Hey guys, it's Summer. So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I was asked to do the TMI tag, which is the too much information tag. If you guys haven't seen it, a lot of YouTubers are doing these and they're kind of interesting and fun, so I thought I would go ahead and do that. So it's basically just a whole bunch of questions that I'm going to answer for you. So let's just get started. First question, I'm reading them off of my iPhone. So first question says, or asks, what are you wearing? So I'm wearing my black beanie, a kind of studded sweater that I got from Forever 21, I think. This striped, you can see, striped t-shirt, and then really sexy on bottom, some gray sweatpants. So that is what I'm wearing right now. Okay, so the next question says, have you ever been in love? Yes, definitely. Who hasn't? So yeah, there's that. Ever had a terrible breakup? Yes, again, who hasn't? So if you've been in love or dated or anything, I'm sure everyone's had a terrible breakup. How tall are you? I am 5 feet 9 inches and 3/4. So I actually just say I'm 5'10" to make it easier, I guess. But yeah, so very tall. How much do you weigh? So I don't typically answer this, but I'm not gonna shy away from the question. I do weigh 148 pounds last time I weighed myself, which was a few days ago. So 5'10", 148 pounds. Any tattoos? Yes, I do have tattoos. I have this one here on my wrist. That's probably the only one you can actually see. I have one on my foot, which is a rosary with a bat, and then I have one that takes up a good portion of the center of my back, and it is a sugar skull with a spider web around it. Any piercings? No, actually. I used to have a lot of piercings. I had my ears totally pierced, and I had some other piercings, but I've taken them all out, and I don't even have my ears pierced anymore. OTP. So this means, I guess, one true pairing. So like your favorite couple or celebrity couple. I don't know if I really have one, so I'm gonna go really weird and since I read a lot of books, I'm gonna say Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy. Favorite show? So I don't typically watch a whole lot of TV, so I watch a lot of old shows. I'd have to say Will and Grace is always a favorite, or Frasier. I like really smart comedies, so yeah. Favorite bands? This is hard because there are so many bands that I really like. Well, I guess it's not really a band, but I like Cell Dweller. I like, gosh, who else do I like? I like stuff like No Doubt. I like The Birthday Massacre. I like Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie, all kinds of stuff. And then I like stuff like big band music and swing and classical. So my tastes for music are all over the place. So it's really hard for me to pick just one band. Something you miss? I would have to say my mom. I do miss my mom every day, but if we're talking just in general, something I miss, I do miss the rain, because I really, really love the rain, although it did rain today, so that made me happy. Favorite song? Okay, again, this is a really hard one because there's a ton of songs that I like. I listen to a lot of different things, but yeah, I don't know if I could pick just one favorite, so I'm gonna have to skip out on that one. How old are you? So I am 30 years old. I will be 31 this year, born in 1983. So I am very old, but, or at least older than a lot of people think I am. So yeah. Zodiac sign. So I am a Leo. I was born in July, and I would say I'm a typical Leo for the most part, but they aren't always 100% on. So yeah, but I definitely do have some Leo traits. Quality you look for in a partner. I would have to say independence and trust. Also humor. Sense of humor is really important to me. Favorite quote. Probably, these are hard, but probably maybe I'll sleep when I am dead, and that's actually a lyric quote from City and Color. I just think it's something kind of smart, like you can sleep, you can rest when you are permanently resting for life, you know, or when you pass away. But there's so much to live and so much to do in life that you can you know, sleep when it's eternal sleep. So I think that one rings true for me. Favorite actor. I have a few favorite actors. I really like Ryan Gosling. I like Tom Hanks. I think both of them are really good actors. I really love Tom Hiddleston. I think he's a really good actor and funny. So a couple of those. Favorite color is purple. I do wear a lot of purple. People usually think it's red because my hair is red, but yeah, purple. Loud music or soft. So this depends. If I'm at a concert or show or listening to music on my headphones, it is definitely loud. And usually in my car, the music is loud too. Where do you go when you are sad? I typically will just go to bed or stay in bed or contact a good friend and try and get out of the house to kind of spend time with someone who's going to uplift my spirits and my attitude and just kind of cheer me up. So either bed or out with a friend. How long does it take you to shower? Now this entirely depends on what I am getting ready for, so or taking a shower for. But if I'm just going in to clean my body, like 5 minutes. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? Again, it really depends on what I'm doing or where I'm going. If I'm getting ready for work, it's usually about 30 to 45 minutes. If I am going to be going out, like out for an event, then that might take about an hour or so for me. But if I'm just gonna run out the door and go to like the grocery store or run some errands, I can usually be up and ready and out the door in like 10-15 minutes. Ever been in a physical fight? Yes, it was not my fault really, but I got involved in one, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on that one. Turn on. So I'm assuming this means what I find attractive in others. Self-confidence and independence. Again, a good sense of humor and kindness. Turn off. Arrogance and deceitfulness. And I would have to say also, if you're really like whiny or complaining all the time, I don't really find that attractive. The reason I joined YouTube was actually something I had thought about doing for a long time, and I had watched a lot of beauty bloggers and vloggers on here and thought it was really fun and interesting and looked like something I would like to do, so I just kind of went for it. Fears. I do have sort of a fear of heights. I don't do well with really high open spaces. I'm okay on like roller coasters and things like that, but if I'm kind of in an open area where there's no sense of like height for me or depth, I get a little dizzy and kind of like freak out a little bit. Other than that, I can't really think of anything else, but I would definitely say heights. Last thing that made me cry, I would have to say it was probably a movie, and I think it might have been Frozen. I went to see Frozen in theaters, and it definitely made me cry. Most Disney movies do, or Pixar films. They have a way of kind of like tugging at my heartstrings a little bit, so I think that might have been the last thing. Last time you said you loved someone, that would have been today. Meaning behind my YouTube name. So I picked Neon Alchemy 728 as my YouTube name. Neon because I thought, as a makeup artist, I deal with a lot of bright colors and they're very eye-catching, and neon is something that grabs your attention. And then alchemy because I'm kind of into like old alchemists and chemists and things like that, and also because I'm mixing and making new things with makeup and art. In that way, I thought of myself as kind of like a makeup alchemist. And then the 728 is actually my birthday, so it's July 28th. Last book I read. Last book I read, I think, was actually an Audible book. I tend to listen to books on audible.com throughout my day, and I think the last one I listened to was The Headmistress of Rosemere, and it was just kind of it's like a drama type book and takes place in like historic England, so if you're kind of into those types of books, I would recommend it. The book you're currently reading, again, I think it is an Audible book that I'm listening to, and it is The Maze Runner, first book in the Maze Runner series. So I'm about halfway through, and it's good so far. Last show I watched, I actually was watching Frasier on Netflix earlier today, so that would be the last show I watched. Last person I talked to was my best friend, actually. Just talked to my best friend this evening. The relationship between you and the last person you texted. So I'm going to have to check and see who that was. And that is my brother. So I texted my brother and asked him a question. Favorite food? It's really hard because I love all kinds of food, but my favorite food, I really like sushi, and I like chicken and salads, and I like vegetables really of any kind, and I do like bread and pasta a lot, but I kind of limit the amount I eat because I could probably eat like a ton of it, but yeah, so really like sushi and fish and chicken, vegetables. If you could put all of that in a bread bowl, that would be awesome. Place you want to visit. I want to go to so many places. I want to go to Australia. I want to go to Greece, Japan, Ireland, Scotland, Spain. I want to go all over the place, so I have a huge long list of places I want to visit. Last place you were. So I don't think that means the last place I was physically in right now, because that would have been my bathroom, and that is TMI for sure, but last place I was, maybe like on vacation, was up northern California in Monterey, Cambria, like Carmel area. So if you guys know that area, it's right along the coast and really pretty. Do you have a crush? Of course I do. Last time you kissed someone, that would have been today. Last time you were insulted. Insulted in person, I don't really remember. Probably, I mean, I'm sure it happens, but I don't really pay attention. And insulted online. Online insulting happens a lot, and sometimes you just kind of gotta brush it off. But I would have to say it had to have been within the last week, maybe. I don't know. Favorite flavor of sweet. So I'm thinking that this was started in the UK because sweet is usually a candy. So I don't really eat a lot of candy, but I would have to say my favorite flavor would be like orange or lemon flavored. I really like citrusy flavored, kind of sweet and tart flavored candy or sweets. What instrument do you play? I actually play the piano. I've played it for like 12 or 15 years. I can read music, so unfortunately I don't have a piano here, although I would really like to have one. I don't have one here in my house, but I do still play some. Favorite piece of jewelry. I don't wear a whole lot of jewelry. I do have a couple necklaces that I really like, my watch that I wear, but I think my favorite piece is probably a ring that was my mom's. Last sport you played. Again, I don't really play a whole lot of sports. I'm not very sport-like. I played a little bit when I was younger. I'd play basketball and soccer, but now I don't really play too many things. So I think maybe the last time was I threw a ball around with my nephew. That was about it. Last song you sang. I actually was singing that Everything is Awesome song from the Lego movie in the car like 20 minutes ago. Favorite chat up line. So I'm assuming this means pickup line, and pickup lines in general are really kind of corny and cheesy and usually make me laugh. But I have had some that are just like, hey, what's your sign? Or like, hey, did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Like that kind of stuff. It's just ridiculous. Have you ever used it? No. Last time you hung out with someone, that would have been today, actually. I get to hang out with my friends fairly often, so that's always cool. So yeah, got to hang out with some friends today. Who should answer these questions next? All of you guys. I think you should definitely answer these. They're very fun, and it's always interesting to hear more about people. So I would say if you guys answer them and do a video, leave it as a video response for me or tag me in your Instagram post or anything like that, because I would love to watch. Alright guys, so that's it. There's your TMI tag from me to you. I hope you enjoyed it and got to learn a little bit more about me. And as always, I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!